everyone, I am Mike of Mike and Test Play, and welcome to the first episode of something a little bit different. Today, we are launching, as the title of this episode says, the Pokemon Yellow Immortal Pikachu Nuzlocke. Yup, the channel is finally doing a Nuzlocke. I've been waiting for this one for so long. Now, this will be a solo project. I will be the only one regularly commenting, and Tess might come in here or there, as she wants to, or is interested in, or is really, honestly, available for. Now, before we actually start this thing, you might be wondering, what in the world is an Immortal Pikachu Nuzlocke, and why is the immortal part in quotation marks? I have answers for you, but I'm going to actually start the game before I begin those answers. We are going to be playing a brand new file and welcoming Oak to the world of Pokemon. Well, Oak's welcoming us. Now, for this Nuzlocke, I'm not going to be doing what I've done for Pokemon games before, doing a complete guide and reading all of the things that are said by characters. If you're watching a Nuzlocke, chances are you've played some Pokemon before. And otherwise, you know, check out our Fire Red and Leaf Green complete guide. That was, you know, the first run of Kanto that we did. And this time, we're going to be doing something a little bit different, because we're playing Yellow version, Special Pikachu Edition. And as this is a Nuzlocke, we're going to be naming ourselves my standard Nuzlocking name, Nazoo, because I find it hilarious. That's really just it. That's the only reason I go with that name. As for our rival, what is his name again? We're not going to go with the standard one. We're going to name him, let's see, something funny. Something that makes fun of him. Or we're just going to name him Zazzles. Because I find it amusing. And now Oak's grandson's name is officially Zazzles. Not exactly insulting, but they're just funny. So we've got Nazoo and Zazzles. And a Pokemon legend about to unfold. Now, I am aware that these days most Nuzlocks are done via streaming. I don't have the streaming set up. We've tried to do streaming in the past and it has not gone well. So you're just going to have to trust me, because this Nuzlocke's success actually depends on things kind of going sideways. Let's actually get into it while I'm, you know, turning on the PC and withdrawing a potion that I won't use, most likely. Because this is going to be not just a Nuzlocke, a hardcore Nuzlocke, meaning it will be following hardcore Nuzlocke rules. If you are not familiar with hardcore Nuzlocke rules, or even just regular Nuzlocke rules, I'm going to go talk to our rival just because there's something interesting in here. Yellow version unique in that there's only one Pokemon on the table. There's not a choice for starters. Zazzles says, "Yo, Nazoo!" It's funny. He ran here cause I love Game Boy Color graphics, by the way. Said he had a Pokemon for me. So, if you've never done a Nuzlocke before, the way it works is, and we will be having these rules at the description of every single video, just in case. So if you want to see it in written form, go down there. But for a standard Nuzlocke, oh yes, Yellow version is the only one where you're actually allowed to walk into the grass because we're encountering our Pokemon. Pikachu! Hi, buddy. Now, for a Nuzlocke, the standard rules are that you are limited in both your encounters and in battle abilities. First, your encounters are limited to the first Pokemon encountered on each route. That means you get one in Route 1, one in Route 2, one in Route 22, and no more. Now, we are playing with what is called Dupes Clause, so that we don't end up with a bunch of Pidgeys and Rattatas as our only possible team members. So if we have already encountered and captured, crucially captured, the first Pokemon that we encounter on a route, we can use the second one instead, and so on and so forth until we get a new encounter. If you fail to catch it, too bad. You don't get anything for that route. In addition, if a Pokemon faints in battle, it is not considered fainted. It is considered dead and must be deposited into a Pokemon box for the duration of the run. Can never be used again, not even for HMs. I have a plan for HMs, we will see. In addition, you must nickname every single Pokemon to grow an attachment to that Pokemon. A little addendum that I should have mentioned before is that the only one per route only kicks in when you can have Pokeballs, so it'll be a little bit here. Now, those are the standard Nuzlocking rules. Hardcore rules, as we are now picking our one and only Pokemon, and Zazzles canonically pushes me out of the way and into the corner with the trash can. Zazzles snatched the Pokemon. Snagged. Better term. Zazzles, what are you doing? I want this one! I mean, I do too. It's just objectively better, but anyway. Anyway, the hardcore rules are a little bit different. They add basically 3 things. The first is that no items can be used in battle. That means no healing during a battle whatsoever. We are absolutely giving the Pikachu a nickname. He shall be Immortal P. This is the name I have chosen for our Pikachu. Immortal P! As you see, his stats are not great. I don't know what they are in terms of, like, it's not individual values yet, it's like DVs or something. Gen 1 is very confusing, but this is our Pikachu. And we're getting to the full rules as we switch options because I like text speed to be on fast, animation always on, and battle style, this is a key rule to hardcore Nuzlocking, no items in battle, set mode, no free switches. Now, there will be an addendum to this as I get to it, but yeah, those 2, and of course, level caps. A level cap will be set at the next gym leader's, in our case, the first gym leader, box, ace Pokemon. Any Pokemon who goes above that level cannot be used in battle until that next gym leader has been defeated and the level cap has been raised. Now, I will be saying what the level cap is. I believe Brock is 12 in the yellow version. I will be saying what that is as we attain the new level cap. So, you know, you will know. Now, those are all of the hardcore Nuzlocking rules, and they sound pretty difficult. You're not allowed to really choose your team members. You're not allowed to, you know, heal in battle as I'm doing it. No free switches. All pretty tough. Immortal P, you better not go down in one hit. That tail whip was scary. Yeah. Almost down in one hit, but grows to level 6 because he did the victory and learned tail whip of his own. Now, here's for the Immortal Pikachu part. The rules for the Immortal Pikachu Nuzlocke are as follows. Pikachu must remain on the team at all times. Most yellow Nuzlockes do not keep the low stats never can evolve Pikachu on the team for the duration. Ours is staying forever. Now, if Pikachu, who of course follows us, which is the first time Pokemon ever did following Pokemon, and the first perfect time they ever did following Pokemon, and Pikachu, not really happy with us yet. And wait, are you in full health? Yes, it did automatically heal you. As we are now leaving town to go pick up Oak's parcel. Again, what's a Fire and Leaf Green full guide if you want an actual guide on what to do here. But we will, of course, be picking up the free potion as it is still here. I'll probably still be talking to the majority of characters. This isn't, you know, going to be a speed run of any kind. It's kind of the opposite. Even more so than a full guide is. But the rules of the Immortal Pikachu Nuzlocke are that if Pikachu faints, he's still on the team. He's never going away. Instead, at the end of the battle, not during the battle, but at the end of the battle during which he faints, another member of the team, which will be selected at random, and I will actually show that off right now. The random selection, well, hold on. At the end of the battle, another member of the team must take his place and be KO'd instead. As Pikachu turns around perfectly with that. That was good timing. So, instead of Pikachu going down, it'll be the first member we caught, or the second member we caught and added to the team. No team members will be really retired. I don't like to do that in hardcore Nuzlockes. And so, the way it will be determined, in order to be on screen so everyone can see it, I'm going to be hitting the Z button on my Game Boy player, and kind of just scrolling through as fast as possible. Now again, kind of on the honor system, and then when I stop, okay, I stopped on 4, the 4th team member would be gone. Now, until we get a full team of 6, obviously Pikachu will never be a number, so if I land on 6, it'll be just roll again, and if we only have 3 or something, 1 and 2 are 1, 2 and 3 are 2, 3 and 4 are, 3 and 4 are 2, 5 and 6 are, 3. So until we have a full team, it's kind of just, they'll each have their own little set. But that team member will take Pikachu's place. Now, to make things a little more spicy, because, it seems easy. We just don't use Pikachu, just keep him in the back row and you never have to worry about anything. Incorrect. Pikachu must take place in every single major battle. This means all rival battles, all gym leaders, all Team Rocket battles, including Jesse and James, absolutely. Every Elite Four member, the champion, Team Rocket boss battle and champion battle are also like gym leader battles and rival battles, but you get the point. They all, in every single one, Pikachu has to either KO a Pokemon from full or be KO'd. There is no in between. Pikachu must essentially win a duel. This does mean that for those major battles, I will be switching from set mode to switch mode in order for Pikachu to have a free switch in. Only Pikachu can switch in for free. If he wants to swap out after he's won his duel, he must swap out and it must stay on set mode. So we're not really gaining much of an advantage, we're just not gaining the immense disadvantage of Pikachu having to switch into something. Now I do mean every major battle. So yeah, Lieutenant Surge's one Pokemon, an extremely high-level Raichu, gotta take it on with Pikachu. See what we can do. Brock, who is immune to electric-type moves. Gotta try it with Pikachu and see what happens. That's the run. It's the Immortal Pikachu run because Pikachu is always on the team and will likely faint a few times, and therefore other team members will have to take those hits. It's crazy, and I have done it before. I did it on, it wasn't hardcore rules, I just did normal Nuzlocking rules, and as it turned out, Pikachu never fainted throughout the entire run. We'll see if I can do that again. Probably not. Because again, it's much more interesting if basically a roll of the dice determines, well, if our Pokemon can live. Now, we've obtained Oak's Parcel, and pretty much just gone over the rules, so the episode's not over quite yet. Yeah, basically this run is getting started. And yeah, it took, gosh, like 12 minutes to go over the rules. But yeah, that's the deal. That's what we're doing. So hopefully this sounds interesting to you. I think it's hilarious because, usually you just ignore Pikachu in a yellow version Nuzlocke. In a normal run of yellow version, the people get rid of Pikachu. Oh, one extra addendum. No gift Pokemon. That means none of the other Kanto starters are coming in, no free Lapras, no free Magikarp, none of the fossils. Well, I can get the fossils, I just can't use the fossils. With the one exception being that the gift Pokemon, if I don't have any Pokemon who can use an HM, and I need that HM to progress, I can use the gift Pokemon in order to do that. They can do that. So there's no downside there. I will not be getting the town map because this is Gen 1, and Gen 1 has very limited bag space. 20 items, that's it. And even the computer that you can posit items into has a limit on it. So we'll kind of be going over some of the quirks of Gen 1 as we go through here. I believe I've covered pretty much every... Oh, one other restriction for Pikachu. Cannot use the moves Double Team or Toxic. No evasion boosting, no toxic stalling. He's got to win kind of naturally. However, he can use Flash. I want to make that clear because the plan is absolutely to have Pikachu learn Flash for the one time that Flash is actually needed in the game, and because, well, you know, he's going to need it. There's going to be a few matchups where he's got to try. So this is going to be a crazy fun run. If I can ever just get past Route 1, goodness. So that I can go and buy some Pokeballs. Because you might notice, yeah, we don't have any. Did not get any for free. And Pikachu, being in the medium slow category, needs more than the standard starter does to level up. So, you know, KOing many free high-level Pidgeys is definitely the way to go. Alright, we have arrived in Viridian City. We have Oak's Parcel. Time to get some Pokeballs. Now, since we can't heal in battle, we're just gonna get like a bunch of Pokeballs. Just 10 of them. Why not? We can heal outside of battle, so I will pick up an antidote as just sort of a in case of emergency sort of deal. Because Pokemon can be KO'd outside of battle by walking with poison. And let's see. Let's go catch a Route 1 Pokemon, if Pikachu can do so. You will notice that he has been one-hitting all of the Pidgeys. I always wanted to know what was in that grass. The rumors during childhood. You can't access that grass unless you walk through walls, which I've never done. The rumors during childhood were that's where the starter Pokemon are found. It is a level 2 Pidgey. Welp, let's chuck a Pokeball at it and see what happens. Oh, it appeared to be cut. The Pidgey has nothing but Gust, and it landed a critical hit. The way crits work in Gen 1 is that, oh come on, just stay in the Pokeball. You've got like a 50-50 shot to just stay in the Pokeball from full health. Crits are based on speed, which it actually makes it very odd that this Pidgey... Would you just stay in the ball, Pidgey? Pretty please. I am asking you nicely. Okay, so you're kind of a pain. And crits also ignore all stat changes. Okay, thank you, finally you were caught. Used like 5 Pokeballs on a Pidgey. Fantastic. And we must nickname Pidgey here. Don't know if he'll be added to the team. I'm going to kind of catch a few Pokemon before I designate team members. I'm going to be depositing every Pokemon who's not. You know what? It's a Nuzlocking classic. Pidgey is Burb. Pidgey must be Burb. And did I already use up 5 Pokeballs? I did. Yeah, money's going to be tight at the beginning while I buy enough Pokeballs to actually catch some Pokemon here. But yes, we will be battling the rival. We have already ruled out the ability for the rival's Eevee to evolve into a Vaporeon, because the rival in yellow version, his Eevee will eventually evolve, and what his Eevee evolves into is determined by your first battles with him. So it's kind of interesting, honestly. You know what? We're just going to buy 5 more Pokeballs. Just all of the money. Don't need any more, because no healing items. It's kind of crazy. I'm going to go for the Route 2 Pokemon first, and have the catching tutorial. Which... the catching tutorial of Gen 1. Seen it so many times. It's usually not a Rattata. It's usually a Weedle. But the old man fails to catch the Rattata, I believe. Yes. And therefore, can't do it again. And that is how they got around the missing no duplication glitch. They just got rid of the guy that let it happen. Oh, fun memories. But I will actually be putting Burb up front here, just in case we run into something that Pikachu would be one-hitting. Burb is unlikely to join the team at this point, even though Pidgey is pretty useful in Gen 1, not great. But, you know, immune to ground is helpful, and that's really helpful. Hi, Nidoran female, who is basically how Brock can be beaten in this game. Very useful. And that was a crit. It didn't KO, but it... well, obviously it didn't KO, but it did do half. And we caught Nidoran female, alright. Now we used Carly in the Leaf Green, Fire Red Leaf Green full guide, so I'm not really hoping to use a Nido, but if we must, we must. Nidoran female, your name... Should I establish a theme yet? Probably not. So your name is just going to be Apples. Because I thought of it. And the way I tend to do nicknames in Nuzlocke is just randomly fire at whatever comes up first. Yeah. So we have Burb and Apples. Sounds good. We will grow attached to whatever Pokemon we add to the actual team. I have no doubt about that. And this episode's going to be a little bit longer than our standard. We're probably not going to do particularly long episodes for this series. You know, it's a weekend series, so it'll be around 20 minutes an episode. You know, probably 20 to 25 total. So this one will be more on the longer side. So it's going to be a nice, slow, crazy adventure of Pikachu trying to live. And, well, actually, Pikachu's not trying to live. Pikachu's just enjoying all of this madness. That's canonically, this Pikachu is basically like a vampire. Free potion could be used for selling if I don't need it outside of battle. Yeah. Alright, one more catch, and then we're going to be probably done for the day, because we'll determine kind of which of the three will be added to the team. Hello, Mankey. Mankey is an interesting addition here. Because Mankey means that we don't have to use Nidoran female to guarantee that we get past Brock. So hopefully this doesn't KO it. Ooh, that was very close! Very close indeed! But this should catch, right? Because, you know, he's like, oh yeah, that worked! Mankey! You know what? Heck yeah, we're gonna add Mankey to the team. We're gonna say no to Apples and Burb for right now. And let's see, Mankey, you're joining the team officially. So your name is going to be Rage Face. Rage Face. It's Mankey, you know. It's like what is more emblematic of Mankey than Rage Face? Yeah. And yeah, Mankey is super helpful early on as a partner to Pikachu, because most of the ground types we'll be encountering early on are the rock ground types, and including Brock's 2 Pokemon. So yeah, that's definitely the one who's going to be added to the team here. And I can't resist. We're also going to do the Viridian Forest catch. That way there will be no catching in the second episode. It'll be all probably grinding up Mankey. So that we're ready for the rival. The goal is to fight the rival in the next episode, the second rival fight already, and yes, Immortal P will have to take on that rival fight. And we are going to bring our actual team member up in front because, you know, it's a Nuzlocke. You want to maximize your catch windows, I guess? And it's a Caterpie! What a surprise! Rage face. Ah, you know what? Same strategy. The reason I keep putting my intended possible party members up front is in case Pikachu just would one-shot it. But we keep not having that happen. So, even with crits, that is the good thing about Pikachu. He will crit a lot of things. Of course, crits are not always great. If you've boosted stats in Gen 1, crits ignore your own boosted stats as well. We're definitely not using Caterpie. Again, trying to avoid the team members that we used in the Fire Red Leaf Green run. But, you know, he still gets a nickname. And... Hold on. Hold on. I'm cooking it. Catzilla! Because why not? So yeah, no, we're not going to be using Butterfree, or Nidoqueen, or Blastoise, or Machamp, or Dodrio, that one's tough, or or Flareon, which, no gift Pokemon, so, like, 2 of those aren't options. But I think that's actually going to do it for this part. It's a good start. We have a group of 5 Pokemon, of which 2 will be, you know, on our team. And we have explained the rules and gotten this Nuzlocke started. This Immortal Pikachu Nuzlocke, Hardcore Nuzlocke. There's so many words that go to it. But we've got our Rage Face and Immortal P. And that's going to do it for this part. So thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time for, you know, some actual battles. See you then.
Pikachu!